This podcast discusses video games, modern culture, and technology, and these podcasters are big fat potty mouths. If you're younger than 18 or are easily offended, please stop this podcast now. Oh, and your mom says to take out the trash and do your homework.
Hello everyone, welcome to GameHounds. This is an unepisoded GameHounds. We're calling this GameHounds episode the Xbox Wrap-Up for E3 2014. I'm Edie Sellers. With me is Nick DiNicola. Holy Golly, I don't know if he's going to be here or not. We had a lot of stuff come up in the last few days. Let's just say that. Yeah. Microsoft just got finished with its press conference this morning.
That's what we're talking about?
Yes. You did watch it. Please tell me you watched it.
I thought that we just decided to give the people what they want, and we're going to do a Game of Thrones recap episode the day after it aired.
Actually, no. You know why? Because I haven't watched it. So, yeah, here's the deal with the next couple of days, is that, we made a big thing about how we're going to go live after E3 or EA. We're going to go live after Ubisoft. We're going to go live after PlayStation. I got a call from a very good friend of mine. This was, I guess, a couple of days ago. They're appearing at the Bloomberg Next Big Thing Summit, which is this summit of, essentially venture capitalists and tech firms and things. And, people that are going to be there are representatives of Virgin Galactic. Will.i.am from Black Eyed Peas is going to be there. We've got people from DARPA. I mean, it's like these are the highest. They're all CEOs and CTOs. And Game of Thrones, who this place I'm flying for, has been invited. And they needed people ASAP to come out and fly. So I am actually flying for the biggest and the brightest of the finance world, venture capitalists, the whole nine yards. We're actually going to be there. And even though it's happening in the middle of E3, I couldn't say no because, let's face it, this is kind of once in a lifetime thing. So we will be doing this, but we won't be doing Saturday EA or Ubisoft. And I don't know if PlayStation's going to happen. So we're probably going to do that tomorrow morning and just try and wrap that all up. Mm-hmm. So, more on to, let's see. We got I took my notes. Did you take notes?
Oh, no, I didn't. That probably would have been a good idea.
Really? Nick,
I watched it.
You're so freaking fired.
I watched it. I have things to say.
Yeah, but did you... All right, so E3, Microsoft Xbox press conference just finished. They opened up with the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm. I thought that looked cool.
It looked cool. They had things like the boost boots, which were neat.
Little jetpack, getting around a little bit more.
Right. And the heat signature detector, or as I like to say, ED locator, because essentially it's just going to make me a sitting duck everywhere I go.
Well, that's all for single player. Just don't play multiplayer.
You don't think that's going to be available for multiplayer as you play along?
I think it will be, but just don't play that mode. I don't usually.
Yeah.
But I like that they're kind of going full, maybe not full sci-fi, half sci-fi.
Right.
Because they've kind of done everything they can in the modern day.
Right.
And I appreciate that they're like, okay, screw it. Let's just go with mechs, crazy grenades, all that stuff.
Right. And let's see. Kevin Spacey, of course, we knew about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And did we have a date on that? We got a date.
It's later this year.
Yeah, November 14th.
Exact date. Okay.
You know why you don't know? Because you don't take notes.
No.
They announced a date.
I know it's coming out this year.
Yeah, November 4th, 2014. So look for it in November. By the way, I'm going to be totally rude and break the first rule of...
Fight Club? Don't talk about it. God damn it, Edie. What did I tell you?
No, the first rule of podcasting is don't eat on your podcast. But I literally have to choke down food, then I have to run into the other room, get into my business casual, and run out to Sausalito. So I'm trying to cram everything together. And of course, Xbox took forever this morning. Next thing they went into, we had Dan Greenwald from Turn 10 who came out and introduced Forza 5.
I went and brushed my teeth.
You're so fucking fired. I hate you.
I'm not a Forza fan.
I'm not either, but at least I sat through it and wrote down notes. Okay, so here's the deal on that. The Nürburgring track, which I guess is Jackie Stewart's Bane or something about Jackie Stewart. Yeah, that's a track that is out today. And that track is a 16-mile circuit. It's been captured 100% down to a 1 millimeter accuracy, which is, even if you're not a Forza fan, that's pretty freaking cool. That's one of the things I wish Forza almost was more ubiquitous through other games, is that they would be as accurate about other stuff. But they also announced Forza Horizon 2, which is Ralph Fulton came out and discussed that, and it's a full day-night cycle with dynamic and extreme weather. Your Drivatar will transfer over from Forza Horizon. From Forza to Forza Horizon 2 for Forza 5. And it's due out September 30th, 2014. And I think probably one of the biggest bits of information on that is that you can now have driver clubs that are 1,000 players large, which is huge.
So it's totally just like an MMO.
They actually made a big point about that it's supposed to be, it's not only a game, but it's a big social experience. Yeah, you were going to say something, but it's also what?
No, I don't know how that kind of social experience works with the driving game.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a driving game.
Speed Rivals did it a little bit, and it was just kind of, maybe because that was kind of a half-assed way. I don't
consider Need for Speed in the same realm as Forza. They're kind of...
They're different styles of games, but I like Need for Speed better.
Yeah. Well, that's because we are more like games, but there are a lot of people who are super into this hyper-realistic driving. Like,
I'm just talking about, like...
Chris is into that.
I'm just talking about, like, how the social works with the gameplay.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. If people were in the chat room, they could tell us. How does it... If you are a Forza fan... please tell us what you think about these announcements. I'm going to plead ignorance. It's one thing that we are short of on this show is a Forza fan. But the next thing that came out was 2K came out, and Turtle Rock. They didn't actually come out. They just showed a trailer of Evolve, which didn't show us anything different. That's the 4 versus 1 multiplayer where there's 4 different classes of players versus a monster, which is also player driven. We played that as a demo at PAX, and I freaking loved it.
They showed a trailer that showed off a new monster.
Oh yeah, it was, because the first one was kind of a big, like, dinosaurish
like a gorilla type. A gorilla.
Thing. This thing was more like a Cthulhu.
Yeah. It had like wings and kind of a laser electric power.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't notice that. I just kind of went, Evolve, and then I mentally, but not physically, went out and brushed my teeth. And then, of course, this is the one that Nick, I think, was looking for, was Vincent Papanod of Ubisoft Studios. He came out with Assassin's Creed Unity.
I pay attention to this one.
Good for you.
Damn, it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
So good.
It looks really good. 18th century Paris.
Yeah.
And during the Revolution days, in fact, the part of the demo that they showed us was the very first eve of the Revolution. So I wonder if it takes you through the entire Revolution, or at least a good part of it.
Probably.
You pale. Did he say it said Arnold Dorian?
Oh no.
Arno Dorian. Because I thought Arnold is kind of a weird name for a... Hi, I'm Arnold. I'm the weird one. Arno Dorian. I'm an assassin. You're going to be able to form your own Brotherhood.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like... Basically, the big reveal was at co-op and story mode.
Right.
For Assassin's Creed. And yeah, I don't know. I feel kind of meh about that.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
I'm more excited just to see the game and just to see the world and how detailed it is and how big it is. The world just looks so goddamn good.
They always look good, Nick. I don't think it looks any better than the world of, Florence, Italy.
Oh no, it does.
It does because it's new. It's different.
Go back and compare Florence to this, like just the detail of the world.
Yeah.
Is heads and tails.
Yeah, well, it's definitely looks awesome. But yeah, you can join up to 3 friends in your Brotherhood, so you'll be able to play multiplayer in the campaign. And yeah, that's kind of the big news about that.
I'm not as high on that.
I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think Goalie might. Well, no, Goalie's not going to like that game because of the controls, no matter what.
I watched the stream through Giant Bomb, and so the guys were commenting on it as they watched it, and one of them made a good point that, like, oh yeah, this movie looks really good until one person messes up. Right.
I wonder if they're going to structure the parts of the campaign so that you must play it with a Brotherhood. Which would suck.
I'm sure there will be co-op specific missions. I mean, there always are.
Yeah, that would suck.
Well, I mean,
no, wait. Well, if you say co-op specific, meaning that you can only get it with co-op, then yes. But it doesn't hamper your gameplay if you don't want to play it.
Yeah. I don't think it will.
Yeah. Next thing they went through was BioWare, Dragon Age Inquisition. It was just the trailer. They announced the date October 7th.
I still think that looks really cool.
I still think that looks very, very cool. But it's Dragon Age. I'm about Dragon Age like you are about Assassin's Creed. They could practically take a giant turd on my desk, and I'd still think it was awesome.
Although, I'm going to jump ahead.
Yeah.
The Witcher 3 demo totally ate that Dragon Age trailer.
It kind of did. But A, it's a demo. And B, that was a trailer. It was a cinematic. It wasn't even a gameplay trailer. It was a cinematic trailer.
But that Witcher
looks awesome.
I mean, just the world and then hunting the monsters.
Let's stay in order. Let's stay in order. We'll come to the Witcher. We'll come to it. Oh, actually, we've got people in the chat room. Hey, welcome. We got Kevin Bulwer. We got Kevin Shonikin. Kevin Bulwer says, I will be buying an Xbox One. I guess the press conference did its job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm tempted. Anyway, let's go through it. Insomniac Games.
This was the best trailer of the show by far.
Yeah. Sunset Overdrive looks awesome. Super fun.
But like
super funny.
The way that trailer opened, like, it looks like such a generic military shooter, like a soldier getting shot at by like just these faceless guys in masks, and then the soldier runs out of ammo. And what was funny is, since I'm watching it, through the Giant Bomb stream, hearing these guys talk about it, they're like, "Oh, what is this? Is this Battlefield Hardline? No, it can't be. That doesn't look like a cop. Is this Homefront? No, it doesn't look like Homefront." And all of a sudden, the door gets kicked down, and this cartoon guy jumps in and just starts shooting up the place. It's like, okay,
right, and then he's like, "You're safe now, and so's your crate."
Yep, you got me. That game looks like so much fun.
That looks like stupid, silly, awesome fun.
The best game in the Xbox One arsenal.
Yeah, and that was Sunset Overdrive. It came off to me like a little bit like Scott Pilgrim at the very beginning. I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. And it kind of has that sensibility of